Yeah, that's what's playing on my tin pot little player here.
Well, alright, fellas, let's go!
Alright, there you go. Hello, Denmark. Great live album. They're way heavier. The Swede, of course, in the background there, but let's just carry on. Now with the BC Lions being out of the playoffs, it's hockey time. So there's the Vancouver Canucks are the only team that matters. So anyway, it's another big addition to this rock t-shirts here. So let's get on with it. You can go there, and I forgot to include this guy the other day when I was doing some Deep Purple shirts. This is an excellent shirt from when they came to Prince George, which was amazing. City's here like 70,000 people, but they still made the effort to come here. And we have a 6,000 seat hockey rink. But there's the big tour dates, of course. And there's Prince George, yay! And I got to meet Ian Pace. They had a drumming clinic kind of thing where you could meet him for an hour, a meet and greet. So I stood right beside him the whole time wearing my Deep Purple Made in Japan shirt, and any time there was a gap in the action, I would talk his ear off. Nicest guy, I couldn't believe it. I so nervous. The only guy I'd probably be more nervous meeting live as far as superstar status goes is legendary Scott Waters, but you all understand that. Anyway, let's go on to the next one. Well, gotta have a Dio shirt. Still love him with Rainbow the best, like Rising and that. Like, I'm so mad because I was at Sweden Rock. I was part of the media, and they had Dio and Iommi and Geezer and I think Vinny at the table, and we were allowed to ask a question. But my question was one that I wasn't allowed to ask, so because it was Aussie related, and they were getting sued at the time, so I just didn't ask anything. But now I'm so mad. I should have asked Tony Iommi or Ronnie James Dio if they ever just went down in their basement and invited Richie Blackmore over and they just jammed. So did Dio ever rock out with Tony Iommi and Richie Blackmore at the same time? Like, if there is a heaven, I'm putting my order in to see that. But anyway, that's enough of that. I guess we'll don't want to have an hour-long one here. And just sort of a standard back, but at least it's got... That's kind of neat. There's a really great Dio shirt I saw at Sweden Rock. A few people were wearing, but it had like an RIP with the dates that he lived on as well. So, but this one with the concert picture, classic shot. Love that. Now, anyway, for your Power Punk of Paparola fans, a band I saw here recently, picked up this shirt for like $3 or $4 in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Though it's kind of cool. As for punk rock, can you get a more punk rock looking shirt than that? There's Scott Waters, and there's the rest of us. We know our place in the pecking order of things. That's for their album, Something Better Change. They're great live, and when they came here, the bass player was really sick. And A, they asked if any bass players knew how to do DOA songs, and I'm learning the bass, but I didn't know any DOA songs. I could have played live with DOA. And B, he played without the bass player, so it was, which is fine with me because it just sounded heavy. Like, sometimes the bass is too heavy in the mix and then it wrecks the show. The guitar's got to be number one. So anyway, and DOA, if you don't know who they are, like they're like Canada's Ramones. Like you start right there. Like maybe Teenage Head for Ontario and other ones. There's others too, but DOA is right at the top of the list. And the song Disco Sucks. If you can ever listen to that on YouTube, the words are kind of naughty, but man, it just says it all about disco. It came out right when disco was hot. Now next. Here's who I was playing the other day. Not the greatest shirt, but it's an all-girl band, so that's why I'm letting it be the pink. But Donna's, nothing on the back, but totally love every Donna's album. They're just good. Not every song, but they do a good version of Living After Midnight. They're just good hard rock. Okay, let's move on. Now, the controversial shirts. I was wearing this one, and I got to go to the sound check for Foghat, which was like a dream come true. But I got there really early and just asked, "Oh, could I please come watch the sound check?" And the guy said, "Well, as long as you're quiet, blah, blah." So I was wearing this shirt, And this guy, there was only like a few people putting chairs up, and I think this was before the band started doing their little check, but this guy comes up and, oh, where'd you get that shirt from? I go, well, eBay. He goes, did you know that's a bootleg shirt? And I go, no. He goes, yeah, I'm the merch guy for Foghat. And so here's the back. So I felt like an absolute idiot. But I absolutely love this. This is so true. How I go to see some bands and they just stand there, they don't sweat a bit, and then they go home. I'm like, I'm in the crowd, I'm pumped up, tense as anything, just sweating, rocking out or whatever. Like, and you guys go through the motions. Like, if I ever get to be on stage, I want to rock out. That's perfect saying. But anyway, because of that, through their website, I got his card and everything, and I bought this off their website, Foghat. And I don't regret that, because this album's great too. Foghat Live is one of the most underrated live albums ever. Too bad it's only a single album, or if it would have been up there equal to the double live albums of that era. But Foghat Live 2 is pretty well just as good. Love that. I just don't know why I love that artwork. I love their emblem. I love having the concert pictures there. And on the back is the, well, just that. But at least it says Foghat on there, so wherever I'm at a show, I always hope somebody's going to poke me on the back and go, good shirt. And Count 77 does an unreal version of Slow Ride Live. It might be on YouTube, but if you can ever check that out. Okay, let's move on. This one's more of a band. I think this, when I was in Manchester, I was on this Coronation Street tour where you go to the TV set where that show's filmed and blah, blah. Like, I was with a group of 25 people, but the last night they had a big dinner. And I skipped the dinner and went by myself to see 4 or 5 bands, punk rock show in Manchester. I had to go to England and watch some punk rock. And this band, the Francines, were excellent. Just a girl bass player, guy guitarist, and drummer. And oh, they do this one song where I think the guitar starts screwing up and then the mic stand falls down. It's just an honest, hard rock song. I kind of recommend them, the Francines, just for good, fun rock. Oh, there's another band, Burning from the Inside. They were one of the punkier bands, kind of like Ramones style. They were really good too. But anyway, let's go. Oh, now from Sweden. This is one of the only bands, if not the only one, at least when I was watching bands out of the 3 years I went, that came and met the fans right at the stage, right at the fence, after, a few minutes after the show. Oh, what's her name? Oh, the girl guitarist, singer. Of course I can't remember her name, but she came down and gave CDs away, and they were excellent live. They're just good hard rock again. The guitarist has a good cover version of, is it an Iron Maiden song or a Dio song? It's been years since I checked it out. But it's sort of where they're not heavy metal. They're just good, fun, Swedish power rock or something. I don't know. They're not power metal, but front, back. What can I say? It's just good hard rock. Next one, though, wore this on one of these videos the other day, but it's worthy of showing again. Rory Gallagher, what a shirt. Unreal. This was just in a flea market type thing they had. I was trying to find shirts and everything before we had to go, and I'm like, oh, wow, this and a Thin Lizzy one, which I'll show in a later video, but I could just look at that picture forever. And the back is, just has the basic name there, but that's still cool though. Kind of a gold lettering. Then we go to, Scott Waters knows this shirt. It's from when I saw Girls' School a few months ago or whatever it was, a year ago, I can't remember now, but nothing on the back, that's the bad part, but at least I finally got a Girls' School shirt. Excellent shirt, excellent band. Could almost, oh great, the words, this is when the Sweet get pretty obviously really, really rude at times. Like, it's surprising because they had some of the early stuff so Little Willie Won't Go, I don't know what. But that's pretty heavy riff. But anyway, so this doesn't go on forever. Here's Scott Waters, I like this one, legendary Scott Waters. Canada's very own Gatto. And I don't know much about this shirt. There's nothing on the back. This was an eBay purchase. And even the label's kind of the old, really faded out. But anyway, having a Gatto shirt is pretty cool. And they just put out a live album recently, not too long ago. And there's some footage of them live yeah, live in Toronto or something. Moxie just put a live album too, but it's good. Well, here we go with the lyrics again. Blah, 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 blah. You can't hear that. I played Ballroom Blitz first on purpose, so it'd be the nice song, but anyway, there's Gatto. And yeah, check out YouTube with the recent footage of them playing live. Here's Great White. Saw them in Vancouver with I don't think these things through before I start. I'm gonna shoot myself. I'll type it in. I don't know how to do this. Well, I'll show it. I'll put a link underneath. However, everyone else does that. I don't have a clue how to do that kind of junk. But no, he's gonna swear again. Why have to be the crudest song in rock history? Here's the back, who's excellent on this shirt, by the way. Yeah, that's a pretty darn cool shirt. Here's the standard one. I just bought this. I found it really cheap, but I do like Green Day. Maybe not so much this era. I don't really know this era, but the Dookie, Nimrod era, I think it saved rock and roll. Everyone goes about grunge saving rock and roll, but I think Green Day and Offspring and that type of thing, it saved it for me because I didn't get into the grunge. It was too moody. It wasn't exciting, electric, bright, trebly stuff from like Scorpion era like Love Drive and Animal Magnetism. Just grunge didn't do it for me. But the back of this shirt is cool. I don't know. Never seen him live. I sure would like to. But just a 2009 tour t-shirt. I don't want to end on just a normal commonplace one. We'll do one more. This is a pretty neat one. This is a band where their song People is one of the best songs in rock history. They're from Vancouver. Saw them back in the day. And Darby Mills, the singer, would wear a leopard skin leotard thing, and I'd be sitting right in front of her on the table, or on the chair at the table there, and single and 20 years old, or whatever I was. And she still looks really good. She still sings fantastic. Saw them a couple of years ago. Here we go. Headpins, here we go. Since 1980. Turn It Louder, because their best album is called Turn It Loud. Turn It Louder, we can't hear anymore. And that's not a kitchen stove, by the way. That's supposed to be a Marshall stack with an amp head. That's Darby said that people think that that's what that is. And then the back has a Darby Mills quote. I remember being told, I just don't remember what you told me. A good sense of humor, but they're great live. There's footage of them playing live, even where during People, the guitarist, they do a great bass solo, and the guitarist does an unreal solo, standing on tables and everything else. Like, they're just one of my favorite bands of all time in a way. Like, although their first album is the only album I really, really like. The others kind of went down a little bit. They're still good, but obviously every band has one that's the one to me. But I guess that's it. So, and for hockey fans, it's just something bought in Boston when I got to go to the Boston Garden the last year of it. Scott might like this. It's just kind of a blanket thing, but Boston Garden, Bob Yor. It's cool. We sat beside this guy, older guy, and he had that Boston accent, really heavy. I loved hearing him talk. But anyway, there's the only team that matters, and thanks for watching, and don't forget, slower traffic, keep right!